This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 717 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is part 4 of our special series, Giving the Gift of Safety, purchasing a helmet for your loved one at Christmas, which has been brought to you by Charles Owen and Riders for Helmets. Once again, the founder of the Horse Radio Network takes the mic, and Glenn the Geek is joined by a guest who made the choice to wear a helmet and go against the tide of tradition while she was riding the most traditional breed you can get here in America, an American Mustang. Take it away, Glenn.
Glenn the Geek here, founder of the Horse Radio Network. We are excited to bring you a special holiday helmet mini-series, Giving the Gift of Safety, purchasing a helmet for your loved ones at Christmas. Today we hear the story of Anna Schaben, extreme Mustang makeover competitor and a non-helmet wearer her entire life. What changed her mind about helmets? We find out today. This series is sponsored by Charles Owen. When Charles Owen himself founded the company in 1911, his mission was to make products for a safer world. The incorporation of the latest technology in protection, fit, and ventilation allows you to focus on riding in the knowledge that your Charles Owen helmet will take the very best care of you. Safety, comfort, fit, all wrapped up in a helmet that is the epitome of style in each discipline. Why wait any longer? Nothing says you care more than the gift of a Charles Owen helmet for the holidays. There's a trained helmet fitter waiting in your local tack store, or you can find Charles Owen helmets at any of your favorite online tack outlets. Give the gift of safety and style this Christmas with Charles Owen. And now the story of Anna Schaben. Hi, Anna, and thank you for joining us today to tell your amazing story. Now, as I understand it from Lindsay at Riders for Helmets, you were not a helmet wearer originally.
No, I wasn't. I grew up in South Central Nebraska, and basically in that area, people just don't wear helmets. You know, we've kind of viewed them as that's what people who ride English use, and out here, you know, we use our horses for chasing cows and doing stuff like that, so we just never even think about buying a helmet or wearing one, and we really don't even have a place where you can get a helmet in this area. So, you know, I spent all my life not wearing a helmet until just recently.
And why did you start? What you were in Extreme Mustang Makeover, as I understand it, right? You participated in that?
Yeah, I was in the Supreme Extreme Mustang Makeover, and Riders for Helmets sponsored a helmet incentive there, and it was $500 for the highest score who signed up for the program. And you know, I saw the dollar signs. I was like, hey, how hard is it to wear a helmet? And maybe I can make some money doing it. I didn't have a helmet, so I talked to somebody who, well, it was Rebecca Bowman, and I talked to her, and she said she had one I could borrow, and I put it on for the competition. And I didn't even ride for the competition. The part I was showing in was all in hand. So, I mean, it was kind of funny. You know, here I am, never wore a helmet, and I'm just leading a horse around, and I'm wearing a helmet. I know I have friends at home that kind of made fun of me, but I'm like, hey, I might make $500, so what the heck, you know?
It's worth it.
So, and I did actually win the $500.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and you know, I thought, well, that wasn't so bad. So, anyway, that was the first time I had ever worn a helmet in my life, and I'm almost 40 years old. So, you know, it's just one of those things, you know, just in this area, I'm probably one of the only people who wear a helmet just because it's so not seen.
It's just
you
not,
know,
the,
the only
it's
place
not
you can,
the fashion there.
right, and the only place you can actually, like, buy a helmet, you know, you can get a cheap helmet, like at a Tractor Supply store.
Right.
But other than that, you can't really even buy helmets in this area. So, it just never came across. And I've been riding horses since I was 2 years old. Used to ride, about 8 hours a day. And it was just something I never did. And I took a lot of stills. And a helmet could have probably definitely helped me along, not getting injured as much as I did. But anyway, after my Supreme Extreme Mustang makeover, I came home and I was training a horse for another Extreme Mustang makeover. I'm in the Extreme Mustang barrel race. And I had just started riding my horse for that, and she had a little bit of buck to her. And one day I was out riding her on the trail, and she took a pretty good hop, and I ended up landing right on my head and ended up in the hospital getting x-rays, and I had a pretty good concussion. So after that, I borrowed one of my friend's helmets because the doctor basically told me, don't ride anymore until, several months from now, until your brain can get a chance to heal. And I told her that wasn't an option. And
typical horse girl there, Anna.
Yeah, I know. She sounded like my chiropractor. I don't know. These people all tell me not to ride. And I told her, I could maybe take like a couple of days off, but I wasn't going to not ride at all. And she said, well, if you can, you need to get a helmet and wear that. And so I thought, well, had I not been in that Extreme Mustang makeover and wore one for that incentive program, I probably would have just said, oh, forget it. But I really didn't think they were going to be comfortable, and I thought they would be, hot. And just wearing one that little bit of time, I thought, oh, it wasn't really that bad. And so I borrowed a helmet from my friend, and I ordered one online, and since then I've been wearing a helmet every time I ride.
And now, have you found it? Has it gotten to the point yet where when you're putting it on, it's just you don't even think about it anymore?
Yeah, it was funny. The other day I was riding, and I got done, and I didn't even realize I hadn't taken it off.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and if people live in an area where it's hard to find helmets, there's great places you can get them online. You just have to measure your head and find, one that's going to work for you. I know several of my friends now have started wearing helmets since I wear one.
Oh, you started a trend? Well, congratulations for that.
Yeah. Well, when you live in an area and it's just nobody wears it and somebody might make fun of you, when you see somebody else wearing one, then it's like, oh, well, if they're wearing one, I can wear one, and then they'll make fun of both of us. But
it's so interesting that we have, most states have laws about wearing helmets when you ride your bike. Yet, people don't think twice about that anymore. You just put your helmet on, especially if, like you're riding on the road, you put your helmet on and you go. And, it's become the thing. And I think that's the same way. And what you just said, it's the same way with helmet wearing. When it becomes the thing, then nobody thinks about it anymore. Well, that's terrific. Obviously now a convert, and thank you. And congratulations, by the way, for helping protect your head, because you can only take so many, I'm sure your doctor told you this, you can only take so many bounces on your head before it becomes a serious problem.
Right. Well, and like this week I'm in that Extreme Mustang barrel race. And, if you ever watch barrel races, you don't see very many people wearing a helmet.
Nope.
It's just one of those things that I guarantee while I'm down there, I'm going to be wearing my helmet.
Well, good. And you're going to be setting an example for everybody else. And that's where it starts. I mean, it starts with one person. Somebody has to be the one to start it. And well, thank you, Anna, for being that one. We appreciate you joining us today, and best of luck. Best of luck at the barrel race.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you to Riders for Helmets for everything they do for helmet awareness and safety. You can visit them at riders4helmets.com. And thank you to Charles Owen. You can visit them at charlesowen.co.uk. And you can hear all the shows on the Horse Radio Network at horseradionetwork.com. Talk to you again next week.
Please stop by the Horse Tip Daily Facebook page and let us know what you think of the tips you hear on the show. It's also a great place to tell us about topics you'd like to hear us cover on the show. You can subscribe to all the great shows on the Horse Radio Network through iTunes or Zune and get your horse podcasts automatically downloaded to your iPod, Zune, or MP3 player. You can also listen to the shows right on Facebook. The player's right there every day. I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.